Good morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Abroad Yorkshire. We're out and about again. So we're over in Northwich, just Northwich, over that way, world famous Anderton boat lift. A little bit further out the corner, you've got Marbury Park. If you've never seen any of them, have a look in this video here. And happy days, because we've been here before, we've been here a couple of times before. Behind us, which I'm going to show you in a minute, just get to this road, is A&E Leisure. And that's where we are, we're at A&E Leisure. We're having something done now, been planning this for quite a while. So I'll just spin you around and give you your bearings. Down that way where that car's going now, that takes you straight into the centre of Northwich. We're on the Cosgrove Business Park, and up that way, in about 5 minutes walk, you've got the Anderton boat lift and also Marbury Park. So A&E Leisure. So we camped here last night. Absolutely brilliant, because it's normally about a 2.5, 3 hour drive from us with traffic. Yesterday took us 5 hours, hottest day of the year yesterday. Absolutely red hot. And traffic was just horrendous for some reason, no idea why, it was just horrendous. Took us 5 hours to get here. But got here about 4:45, which were good. Over there, look, you can see Connie, all ready to rock and roll. Now, because we were coming so far, the guy said, that's all right, come early, or day before, get yourself set up. And they've plugged us in to get some free electric, free water, and things like that. So if you are coming to have any major works done, air suspension, or anything like that, they will hook you up. Anyway, reason why we're here is we're having the biggest, or the second biggest upgrade ever. We've already had air suspension done, as you can see. We're all raised here, look, raised at the front, dropped at the back, and same on the other side. Absolutely brilliant. But we're having today an amazing upgrade. It's the brand new to the UK, only just come out in the UK, the second generation TRUMA Aventa air conditioning installed. So that's what we're having done. It's about half an hour to go before the guys get here. There's one or two just turning up now. I'm gonna have a cup of tea and get my sen ready. So what I'm gonna do is, once the guys have come and we're all set up inside the workshop, I'm gonna take you in the workshop and show you just what's involved with the installation and the controls and how it works. And we're going to tell you the main differences between the old system and the new Gen 2 systems as well. We were going to have the comfort, but I think on the roof we're going to be struggling for space for the comfort because of the solar panel. The original solar panel is a little bit close. So we've decided to go for the Compact Plus, which is plenty big enough for us. I mean, the Compact Plus will do a motorhome of between 6 and 7 metres inside. Ours is 7.59 metres, something like that. But on the inside, we've measured it. And from the bottom of the windscreen right to the very back of the wall, it's only 6 metres exactly. So it's plenty. So I'll show you inside where we're having it done. As soon as the guys come, we'll get you in workshop and we'll get you all ready to rock and roll. Happy days. So we're back inside van. I'll just show you where it's going to be installed. It's going to be in this above me, look. So we've got a skylight with the old Eki roof light fan. They're not very good. So I'm going to be having this taken out. Can you see that, boys and girls? I don't know if you can see that. This will be taken out. It's a 400 by 400 hole, so this will be taken out, and the unit will fit in this absolutely bang on. 12 volt supply is already here, so that's good. They'll run a 240 volt supply from the consumer unit and what have you up and round and into that, and then they're going to send me the cabling through to connect up to the Inet X system, as well as the Swift command system for future proofing. Not too sure if I'm having that done today or what, but they are going to cable it up with the data cables, because it needs an extra long data cable and things like that. So they're going to roll that up ready for connecting up to future proof it. So happy days. Right, so that's Nath, we're in. He's taking his stuff over to the workshop there, look. So that's the old aircon going over, taking it into the old workshop. Now we're going to be having the Inet X fitted as well. We've decided to go for it. We may as well, haven't we? So it's low control, Aldi and everything. Job is a good one. So what they're going to do, Paul's going to be doing it, but he's a little bit camera shy, so we'll not be filming Paul, so we'll just pop in at certain stages. So first thing they're going to do is Paul's going to jump on roof, he's going to take the skylight out, he's going to take the electric fan out, and as soon as we've got a nice big hole, I'll go and show you, and then we'll get it all hooked up and carry on from there. So bang, done. The roof light is out, the fan's out. Paul's just going to jump on and clean the upper roof, everything's done. I'll spin you around and show you kit, and then I'll show you inside at the great big massive hole. We're hoping once this is took out that there's some trunking already run inside the insulation to run all the 240 volt cables. It sounds like there should be, but anyway, I'll spin you around, look. So over here, look, can you see this, lads and lasses? So we've got that little spacer plate, our remote control and our little grids. This will go on the inside, can you see that? That'll go inside. We've got the diffuser there, look, absolutely brilliant. That's your diffuser, that goes on the inside with your built-in LEDs. You got your little control unit down here. You see that one? That's your little control unit. All your instructions and your templates, and this is the main unit. Nice and compact. So like I said, we've gone for the Compact Plus, 2,200 watts of cooling and 1,500 watts of heating. So absolutely perfect. I'll just show you in van. Here we go. So if you've ever wondered what your roof is like, this is it. This is all there is. So that's your outside, that's your inside. It's about 50 mil, so a couple of inch, 2 inch, absolutely perfect. Over here, can you see this? This is a trunking. So this is good, because what normally happens is if this is just a normal skylight without say a fan, and it's there's no 12 volt supply or anything like that, this would just be solid like that. And what they'd have to do is send a really long drill bit down through between these two all the way down. But as you can see, this one is already set up by Swift, so that is really good. So that's there. All I'll do is feed that cable through and it'll pick it up in this cupboard here where the microwave is. Can you see that? That's a 240 power. It'll pick that up there. Absolutely perfect. So that's it, stage one. So Paul's going to jump on roof. He's just going to get a nice big clean and then he's going to start assembling it. So as soon as he's ready and he's going to start assembling it, I'll give her a shout. I'll just show you what's come out. So as you can see, that's your old fan unit. Absolutely brilliant. I spin you around that way, look, there you go. So that was originally in the motorhome, as you can see, 12 volt supply there. And happy days. So he's going to jump up, he's going to get it cleaned. As soon as he's ready for the next stage, he'll give me a shout and we'll crack on. Happy days. So as you can see, that's a data cable through, absolutely perfect. That's come through there. So where that runs from is, I'll just show you, there you go. So the data cable runs through there into that cupboard there. This end will connect to the Inet X interface, which comes supplied with the Gen 2. The 240 volt will go through there. That's the 240 supply that I showed you earlier. Just going to run the cable through there. And happy day. So in that cupboard, once we've cleaned it all out, that is where the Inet X control panel is. I was going to have it on the top, but I've decided I want it in the inside because I won't be actually physically touching it. It'll all be controlled with my phone or through the app. So I didn't want to drill holes in the front there, so I'm having everything hidden and tucked away. The Inet Connect module will go in there as well, so everything will be neat, out of the way and controlled with my phone. And it'll also be linked in to the ALDA system as well. Happy days. So next, 240 volt supply, and then we'll be ready to put the unit up on the roof. So Paul's up on the roof, he's just prepping the roof. What comes with the kit is it comes with a big paper template as well, so you can just offer that up and just make sure all your measurements are absolutely bang on. He's just done that, everything works perfect, apart from one little snag, which is on ours there's a little like a wind deflector, if that makes sense. I'll put you a picture on it now. just that little baby there, look. So that little wind deflector, that'll have to come off, because one, it's no longer needed, and two, it's just too close. So we don't really need that, so he's going to take that off. All that wind deflector did was sort of a deflect wind over the top of the original fan, but since we're taking that off, we don't really need it anyway. So Paul's going to take that off first of all, and happy days. So I'll just show you this little baby that comes with it. It comes with the Generation 2, comes with the Inet interface as well, the Inet X interface. Now, if you've already got the TRUMA system, this Inet interface turns it into total Bluetooth control from your phone and things like that. It also works with the Inet Connect. So you can just connect that straight up and use that from a distance as well. So this actually comes with it, this module. Now, because we've got the ALDA system, we're having the Inet X fitted as well as this module. We could use it as a standalone thing, and as you do, can you see that? There you go. Could use it as a standalone unit. And then connect the Inet Connect up to it, but I want to be able to control everything from one control panel on the Swift command system. So that's why we're having the Inet hidden away in the cupboard along with these modules, and happy days. So everything will be nice and neat, tucked away, and jobs are good. And so if you're just wondering how to control it with your phone, it does come, the Generation 2 does come with the Inet X interface, which is this little baby here. If you don't want to connect it to the Inet X Connect, this will do it standalone, so you can connect to your phone via Bluetooth just with this, and it's all included. Right, so we're up on the roof. We're just getting some final adjustments. Just there, look, as you can see, you can see him moving. So Paul's just inside making the final adjustments. It's a lot smaller. Paul's just been saying, I'll get that out of the way, look. Paul's just been saying it's a lot smaller than the old unit, so that's good. This is a hell of a lot lighter, a hell of a lot more compact, so that's good. So he's been able to lift this up all on him, by himself. He says usually they have to use a forklift or 2 or 3 blokes, but he's been able to walk up ladders with this all on himself. I get down. Absolutely bang on. So he's just inside, he's just going to get everything lined up, and then it'll be ready to start putting everything together. Simple as that. So we're back inside. I'll just show you before we start connecting everything up. It's a little bit dark. So that is the underside of the unit. As you can see, everything's in line. Just need to get all that sealed and bolted down. All your cables are here. Absolutely bang on. So Paul's going to take care of that. I'm going to get out of his way because he's wanted to kill me. And I'll show you next stage in a little while. So as you can see, boys and girls, in that little recess there, that is your Inet interface that I was telling you about. So that just slots in there with these 2 little lugs here. They just screw straight into your foam. And then the connections, all your cabling, all these, you've got your 240 there, look, then you've got all your data cables. They just connect in. Happy days. And it's as easy as that. So I'm going to leave him to get on with that. He's going to make all the electrical connections, and I'll pick you up in a second for the next stage. So we're all on. I'll show you now and exactly what stage we're up to. I'll come round this way, look, so I can see a little bit better. Here we go, we're all on. The panel's on, nice and neat and small. So the new ones, these diffusers, it's the same one on the compact as it is on the comfort, so it's exactly the same, nice and small, loads and loads of controls. That's all in. All the connections for the electricals are made onto that, like I showed you before. Up here we have the Inet. I don't know if you can see in there. We have the Inet panel. We've not quite decided where we're going to mount this, whether we're going to have it inside or whether we're going to have it on outside. We keep changing his mind. And then over here, as you can see, we have the cables, a 240 volt supply, which is coming down here. What we're going to do is we're going to tap into this here, which is that is what it's just a 240 that the microwave goes into. You see microwave plug there. So we're going to spur off this and put an isolator switch on there next, and I'll show you that when that's done. And we're getting there. We're really knocking on. Absolutely perfect. So on the new ones as well, there's a new gasket system for sealing. So all the way around the unit, there's a big rubber foam gasket type thing. So as you tighten the panel up, it pulls it down, it squashes the gasket and gives it a nice neat seal all the way around. Before, they used to put on the older units, they used to put like a plastic grill on the inside, and there were a lot of vibration and a lot louder. So hopefully these are going to make a lot of difference, but we'll find out. Proof will be in pudding when we start it up. So jobs are good. And I'm going to get out of the way because Paul's just on his way back with his lovely little isolator. So he's going to put that in. As soon as that's installed, I will show you. I'll pick it up and happy days. We'll have a clean up. We'll decide where we're going to finally put this Inet panel and jobs a good one. I'll see you in a sec. Right, boys and girls, that electrical connection's made. I'll spin you around and I'll show you. Look, there we go. That's the isolator switch in there. Can you see that? Absolutely perfect. So that's spurred off. Absolutely wonderful. Aircon units in there. We're going to now power it up and give it a quick test before we take it to bits and just check out electrical connections. And then all that remains is the Inet X control panel, which is that there. Look, decide where we're going to put it and where we're going to put it. So he's going to do all his tests and his checks, and then we're going to get cleaned up. The moment of truth. Bang! And as you can hear, probably hear, we're already up and running. Absolutely perfect. So we've just switched it on. I'll put it on cold. We're going to let that run for a couple of minutes, and I can actually feel it's getting cold already. New remote control comes with these as well. You've got a little display at the top as well on these. What you have to do first of all is you have to pair your remote control. So on your panel up here, just there, you can see there's a little Bluetooth button. You press that and for half a second you see it flash. And then on your remote control there's a little Bluetooth button. You press that, it'll pair, and then it'll go off. It'll stay solid and then it will go off. Just like that. Finished. Bang, done. So that's it, boys and girls. It's been on maybe a minute and a half, and it's starting to get really cold now, so it's working really well. The other concern we had, if you remember, was this panel here above the door. Whether the aircon will come underneath it. It's actually coming underneath it. Our other option was to remove that. It's only 4 screws on the other side. I'll show you. Just there, look, you got, I don't know if you can see these little pads. If need be, I could take that off. It just comes off. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can come off. And I could have quite easily done that, but you can angle these down and left and right individually as well, which I have done. I'll show you on this side while I'm round here. Oh, that's getting really cold. So on each vent, look, you've got 4 vents, you've got 2 on each side. So they go up and down and left and right. Can you see that? So absolutely brilliant. So you can move them wherever you want. So the ones in the front, and it is getting really cold now, boys and girls. I'm going to have this one sort of down and to the right there, and this one I'm going to just leave straight down. And all that air now is coming straight towards me. If that makes sense. So that is absolutely perfect. All that remains now is to mount the Inet X control panel, and we're thinking that it might fit here best because the cable that comes with it, or the extra cable should I say, is this one here, and it's not very long. So if we want to mount it in the cupboard, as you can see, it's not very long. It's only about a foot long. So it's not going to mount in the cupboard. So it might be that we're back to plan A and put it between these 2 panels. So what we're going to do next is we're going to remove this Aldi control panel first of all, because we need to make a connection onto the back of that from the Inet X system, and we'll just see what's behind here, and we might have to just get some masking tape out, mask it all up so we don't scratch it and make a mess, and just simply cut it with the multi-tool and slot it behind, because the actual panel it's square. You'd think it'd be a little round hole for the cable to come through, but it's not. It's like it's square, so you have to cut a square hole, and it's then got lugs on, a little bit like a recessed socket in your house. So you have to put it in and then press your lugs in, and it locks and pulls itself in place, if that makes sense to you. But I'll show you that in a little while. So the other thing that I didn't mention is it's actually omnidirectional, which means up here in the middle, can you see that? Up here in the middle, you've also got a forwards and backwards. If you press it forwards, funnily enough, it sends the power backwards. If you press it backwards, it blocks it and pulls it forward. I don't know if you can pick that up on microphone, probably not. But it's now sending all the power, or 90% of the power, through the front. Still got a little bit through the back, and then obviously in the middle there, it's sort of both ways, and it's getting really cold, so I'm really happy with that. So that's it, boys and girls, all done and dusted. I'll just spin you around and show you one final time what we've got. So as you can see, that's the aircon unit, all fitted, all nice, neat, installed and clean now. The Compact Plus we've gone for. So like I said, 7.5 metre motorhome. It's exactly 6 metres on inside, so it should be adequate enough. We'll find out when we go to Spain in a couple of weeks. Over here we've got the control panel, which is great stuff. So we've got the TRUMA Inet installed. So we've got the Inet here. Inside there's actually an Inet module, which we're just bypassing at the minute. We're not using it because we've got the Inet installed. The reason for that is I've bought this as well. This is what I'm going to be having installed as well, the Inet X Connect. Now this will enable me to control the air conditioning when I'm away from the van. So for example, if we're down on the beach, if it's a particularly hot day and we know we're heading back and it's going to be absolutely boiling, we can turn that on with the phone and it'll turn it on and bring the temperature down inside the van while we're away, so when we get back it'll be nice and cool. So absolutely brilliant. So that's it, boys and girls. A huge thank you to the folks and the guys over at A&E Leisure. Paul, you've done a sterling job, thank you very much, mate. Nathan, cheers buddy. Happy days. If you're looking to get any aircon done or any massive upgrades to your motorhome, air suspension, self-leveling, things like that, VB, S&P, give the guys a ring at A&E Leisure. I'll put the links in the description. This is their contact number now. Ask to speak to Nathan, option 2, when you phone up. And they'll sort you out. They'll do you a genuinely good deal. They won't be beating on price either. So if you get a better price elsewhere, go back to Nathan and he'll try his best to do you a deal. So happy days. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. When we get the Connect installed, I'll come back and I'll show you and we'll give it a test. I'll show you again when we're in Spain, so keep looking out for that. Happy days, job's a good one. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in it next. Ta-da!
watching this here video. Please like and subscribe and follow. Much love from little Gas to reach you. Content creator.